Hey, what's up? This your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. I thought I'd have a little fun tonight. I'm gonna make a beat like Jermaine Dupri and Bryan Michael Cox, like the early 2000s. They made a lot of hits with this style. They made a lot of good ballads with this style. So I'm kind of put something together from my study of their beats during that time. So I'm gonna make a Jermaine Dupri, Bryan Michael Cox type beat. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with my kick. That's how I usually start my beats. I use Reason because I love my workflow in Reason. So we're gonna start with the kick. I'm using Jermaine Dupri kick. It's an old kick I had from a long time ago. So I'm gonna start with the kick on this one. So I'm gonna get my tempo first. I'm kind of slow it down a little bit. And put it on the pre-count. I'm gonna put it on a loop too. So alright. So I got my loop. That's basically, I'm gonna quantize it. So let me get my window to quantize it. Let's see. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm making a Jermaine Dupri beat Cox type beat. So I'm gonna quantize it. Alright. So I'm gonna kind of speed it up a little bit. So Jermaine Dupri, he used to start with a kick like that, kind of a pattern that I can tell he uses a lot for his ballads. So I'm gonna start with something like that. So I'm gonna use his kit again. I got this. It was like a free drum kit I found online, Jermaine Dupri kit. So I thought I'd use it for this type beat. Alright, now I got my clap pattern. So again, that was from Jermaine Dupri kit as well. So I'm gonna add a hi-hat the way Jermaine Dupri might add it. He might do like 16 notes and then a 30-second type feel. Let's see. Let me find the Jermaine Dupri kit again. I'm gonna add some hi-hats to it. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna add a hi-hat like that. I might change the pitch. So So I'm gonna do that hi-hat pattern again. I'm gonna start with like like a quarter note. Let's see. I'm gonna start with a quarter note and then speed it up. Messed up. Sometimes we mess up sometime. Alright, we do that again. Alright, so that's the hi-hat pattern. I'm going to quantize that as well. So I'm going to change the pitch a little bit. I might change that hi-hat to a different sound. I don't really like the sound of that hi-hat. So I'm gonna change it to another hi-hat, see how it sounds. So I think I like that one better. And then usually Brian Michael Cox, he usually come in with the keyboards. He's a very dope keyboardist. You know, his background is like gospel. So I'm gonna do something like that. Something basic. Alright. So at the end I'm gonna add a little room so the piano can breathe a little bit, and then I'll loop it. We do that again. Messed up with that piano part. Alright, do that again. See. Alright. So I'm gonna loop that part. So usually you come in with a pattern like that. You might go to the 1, and then he'll go to the 6. I'm playing in C, and then he'll go to the 4th, and they'll go to the 5. You know, that key. As far as the chord progressions. Alright, so we got the melody. This sound kind of like in the vein of like Usher Burn, or Fantasia, You Got Me Waiting. There's so many other songs they use this kind of pattern, this chord progression. So they used it throughout like around 04, like early 2000s. So and you know, like You Got It Bad and stuff like that. They use this kind of vibe. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we're gonna add like a bass to it. So when B Cox work with Jermaine Dupri, they usually do like a basic bass line. They don't do nothing real fancy. Because Jermaine Dupri, he likes his stuff simple. And most of the time simple is better. And you know, that's how they was able to make so many hits, you know, back in the day, because you know, they just make things simple and make that melody, you know, real strong. So I'm gonna add a bass to this, just a simple bass. find a bass. Alright, I'm gonna add that bass. Alright, let me do that again. I messed up on that one. Alright. Alright, so that's the bass line. Something simple. Hey. So, that's the basic, format of their style. And then they kind of, elaborate over that. They may add like a synth lead. So I'm gonna add that as well to kind of get, show y'all the full picture of how their process was during that time, during the early 2000s, the style that they did. So I'm gonna add, I might add like a synth sound to it. Now I'm using basic, the basic format, from what I've studied, listening to their tracks, during that time. So I might add like a shaker. I might add a little bit more instruments to it to elaborate on, the idea, that I'm coming up with. So. So add a little color to it and make it sound more full. Add a little bit more percussion to it. So I might bring that down a little bit. The shakers. Alright. Bring that down a little bit. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. So I'm going to speed it up a tad bit. It's a little dragging. It's dragging a little bit. So this is kind of like the body of, Jermaine Dupri, Bryan Michael Cox type beat. Of course, they're going to add transitions. They're going to they might take out the bass. They might add a little bit of strings to it. But this is like the body of what they did during that time as far as the drum pattern and as far as the melody. This is my first type beat. This is Jermaine Dupri, Bryan Michael Cox type beat. So I hope y'all learned something from this. Maybe you can incorporate in some of your tracks to really give that nostalgic feel, from the early 2000s that they, made hits out of, Jermaine Dupri and Bryan Michael Cox. So hopefully y'all learned something from this. All right, this has been another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. All right, peace.